time for one more, I think.
Welcome to picturesque Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix.
21. That seems slow to me, but we'll find out. We're getting to the point where SimTech won't be on the grid much longer as well. But of course they're here for Monte Carlo.
He's a bit off the pace there. He forces his way through.
Get off me!
Unbelievable. Catayana. 16, Nigel Mansell. And he's gained a lot of time there. He forces his way through. That's putting down a place.
Nice swimming, poor water. Yeah, we're gonna need a little more aero than this. The car is just a little bit too understeered in spots. We need a little bit more steering.
He's losing ground. Ouch! Race order. Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, Mika Hakkinen. He's closing the gap. There was definitely contact between the two cars. It's Mansell. He must have hit the barrier there.
It's really just a matter of like how doable the overtaking is. Constantina.
14, Nigel Mansell. 15, Luca Badoa. Remember, anything happens in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does. The gap is increasing. There was definitely contact between the two cars. Mansell
squeezed out.
He's into the barriers. He's losing ground. Superb! Spectacular overtaking there. Race order. Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, Mika Hakkinen.
There's no space to squeeze. Really gonna be the squeeze in space. Can I get underneath?
Andy's gained
Like
a lot
here.
of time there. 10th, Rubens Barrichello. Look at that.
Oh my god.
That's taken him up a
Let's just
position.
pretend I'm not hitting everybody.
Andy's gained a lot of time there.
Oh yeah. If I was going to qualify for one, this is the one I'd want to.
Race order. Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, Mika Hakkinen, Gerhard Berger.
That's annoying. Trying to find a way in.
Ouch! That was almost certainly a collision there.
AI trying to take position there was cheap.
He's losing ground. They're really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time. Ninth, Eddie Irvine. 10th, Nigel Mansell. 11th, Heinz Harold Frentzen. Look at this! Look at this! There was definitely contact between the two cars.
Yeah, the AI is trying to take
Oh
advantage.
dear.
The AI is trying to take advantage of these guys getting tangled up and trying to get by me.
He's a bit off the pace there. That was almost certainly a collision there.
We're just gonna have to barge our way
Amazing.
through.
He forces his way through.
It's really the only way sometimes.
Race order. Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, Mika Hakkinen, Gerhard Berger. Andy's gained a lot of time there. Oh my word! That was almost certainly
That's a
collision
block.
there. Yes, the beauty of this race is that it's totally unpredictable. Oh no! It's Mansell. He's hit the barrier. That's put him down a place.
It's just
Wait a minute. It's Barrichello. That's taken him up a position.
I'm being held up by the cars in front.
9th.
It's very
Nigel
annoying.
Mansell. 10th. Martin Brundle. He forces his way through. I'm sure there was contact there. That's moved him
That's
up a place.
more aggressive than I like to try sometimes. But when you're stuck, sometimes you just need to make a lunge. Lunge.
Andy's gained a lot of time there. Race order. Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, Mika Hakkinen, Gerhard Berger. It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good. And he is that. He's up into the points now.
Gotta find your own little. Once I modify the downforce, we're gonna be even faster.
Andy's gained a lot of time there. That was almost certainly
Just
a
be like, I'm coming
collision
through here.
Superb. That's taken in up a position.
I don't want to take a major aero change because changing too much can make like this way too dangerous for oversteering.
And the gap is closing. Unbelievable. Mansell, he must have hit the barrier there.
It was a brush.
Race order. Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher, Gerhard Berger, Mika Häkkinen. Oh my word!
Little brushy
He
brush.
forces his way through. He's closing the gap. That's taken him up a position.
I'm corner cutting, but I just literally don't care.
That's a Mclaren. I think that was contact with the barrier there. And he's gained a lot of time there.
The AI actually is pretty weak at Monaco. Monaco.
He's closing the gap. This young man really is a super.
Which is the annoying thing about modern F1 games because they're actually quite strong.
Wait a minute. Spectacular overtaking there.
Which is like, they're just really good at like going into tight spots, which is, what the flip?
Race order. Damon Hill, Nigel Mansell, Michael Schumacher, Gerhard Berger. It's Mansell. He must have hit the barrier there.
You saw nothing.
He's definitely gaining.
Probably the thing holding me back at this point is the downforce being a little bit too low. A little bit more aero, I can really cook.
And the gap is closing. He really loves these kind of conditions. And he's gained a lot of time there. Marvellous. He's taken the lead. Mansell. He must have hit
Oops.
the barrier there. He's been overtaken. Race order. Damon Hill, Nigel Mansell, Gerhard Berger, Michael Schumacher.
Now it's way too oversteering.
He's lost a place.
Let's see how this goes.
This is not a routine stop. Race
Oh
over.
shit.
Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard. Unless I'm
Yeah, that was bad.
mistaken, I am very much mistaken. Not a good stop there. He's a bit off the pace there.
It makes it too oversteering. Yeah, actually, it looks like wherever I set the arrow to is what it is for the next one too.
This young man really is a superlative driver.
So I just need
And the
more
gap is
arrow.
closing. Jean-Christophe Goulion. 12, Nigel Mansell. 13, Luca Badoer. He's definitely gaining.
Later entries in the series, losing your front wing will affect arrow negatively, but in this game it makes like the car very oversteering.
And he's gained a lot of time there. Race order. Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard.
Leon, you can get the F out of my way, please.
That's moved him up a place.
Now that arrow makes a difference. So it actually picked me up where I left off with the Spain arrow, which was just really weird.
He forces his way through. 9, Eddie Irvine. 10, Nigel Mansell. 11.
Looks like 4 out of 5 arrow works really well for Monaco.
Unbelievable. He's closing the gap.
Nice. We get the exit speed.
Overtaking there. And the gap is closing. Race order. Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard. Superb. That's moved him up a place.
This arrow is incredible. The car feels amazing.
He's definitely gaining.
It's a very tiny amount of
He's
space,
forcing his way
like
through.
cheating that corner. I do it because it's really the only way to get by them.
Nigel Mansell. And he's mercy. It's Herbert. Oh no! There was definitely contact between the two cars. It's Mansell. He's into the barriers. That's taken him into the points.
At least I'm not the only one hitting people, it seems.
This will really help the team in this year's Constructors' Championship. Race order. Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard. That's moved him up a place.
We have fastest lap.
The gap is growing. There was definitely contact between the two cars.
It's hard to get the perfect speed. The fact that we're fastest lapping says a lot, though.
And he's gained a lot of time there. That's moved him up a place.
Double.
He really loves these kind of conditions. He's definitely gaining. Race order. Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, Nigel Mansell, Michael Schumacher. And the gap is closing. That was almost certainly a collision there.
Getting that acceleration right is the toughest thing.
Mansell, he's hit the barrier. He's definitely gaining. Beautiful. That's moved him up a place. And the gap is closing.
It's too close.
Fascinating season this is turning out to be.
If I could find speed out of that, I don't know if that would be a good idea.
Wait a minute! There was definitely contact between the two cars. Hang on!
Now we just need to go fast.
Race order. Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, David Coulthard.
And now that our arrow is right, I don't think we're going to have any trouble.
That's a Mclaren.
Whoops.
He's hit the barrier.
We could if we keep doing that.
This will really help the team in this year's Constructors' Championship.
23.5. I think we just missed fastest. FL. Just dive ahead.
What's happened? There was definitely contact between the two cars. Race order: Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill, Gerhard Berger, David Coulthard. Ouch!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just 39 laps.
He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car.
Do you think I took on enough fuel to make it to the end? Because I'm not sure.
Race order: Nigel Mansell, Gerhard Berger, David Coulthard.
I might stop again, actually. Because I think I might be able to build up big enough lead to be able to do so.
Buckets of adrenaline in that car. Look at this! Look at this! Morbidelli!
We pitted 10 or 11. And to make the end there, we'd need like 75%.
Shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car. Race order: Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Gerhard Berger, Mika Hakkinen.
Couple of seconds. And maybe around lap 25, potentially.
Dear.
Out of my way.
Almost certainly a collision there.
You see him?
Verstappen.
The AI is so bad. So unbelievably bad. Nah, the underscoop is actually the way to overtake them, I think. Yos.
There was definitely
I need 30 seconds, and even then it's going to be close.
It's Hill! Oh no! He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car.
Max racing in the room. Potentially.
Race order. Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, Rubens Barrichello. Season this is turning out to be. Race order. Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny
Yeah, it's
Herbert,
annoying because,
Rubens
like,
Barrichello.
the race field isn't expressed in laps in this game. Because of that, it's really easy to under and over fuel.
This will really help the team in this year's Constructors' Championship. Race order. Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, Jules
Oh, we got a
Alesi.
22.8. Damn.
Remember, anything happens in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does.
Yeah, overtaking is unfortunately dangerous, though. very plainly faster, at least. Which is good to see.
Race order: Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, Jean Alesi. They're really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time. He'd better watch his speed. Not a good stop there.
It's whatever. It's a lot of time, though.
He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline.
Looks like I got it.
Race order: Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, Jean Alesi.
You can actually take fuel out of the car, which is bizarre.
Wait a minute.
I think I did have enough fuel. That's one of the things Championship Edition expresses it in laps, which is a lot more comforting.
It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good. And he is that. Race order: Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, Jean Alesi.
I don't think the track is inaccurate. The cars just get so much bigger in comparison to it. Maybe the overtaking isn't necessarily a thing here either. Upping the downforce here just put this over the top. Oh no!
Definitely contact between the two cars. Oh dear! Oh
Let me
dear.
in.
This will really help the team in this year's Constructors' Championship.
I wonder if it is until F1 97 that they actually
Sure,
got
there was
it.
contact there. It's Mansell. I think there was contact with the barrier there.
cars can kind of fit in that inside space there where the modern F1 cars just can't.
Race order. Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, John Alesi.
These assholes are so goddamn slow.
Unbelievable! I'm sure there was contact there.
They're coming right off as I touch them, which means they've been getting hit. It's the only thing that can be happening. I don't know how Coulthard's staying with me.
This young man really is a superlative driver.
This is pretty much how Monaco looks now. The cars are just like twice the size. I actually quite appreciate it because there's more room with the car being smaller. Otherwise I have to figure out how to...
Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, John Alesi.
On the modern spec stuff, like, I just get nervous because they're just so large.
That was almost certainly a collision there. It's Julio.
I still hit the walls, but they're easier to avoid.
They're really right.
And my hits are usually
pushing it to the
lighter.
limit all the time.
Underneath. Another thing Championship Edition has is that cars can be retired.
Race order. Nigel
Shit.
Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, John Alesi. Mansell, he's hit the barrier. They're really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time.
Whoa! Didn't miss it by much. With that kind of miss in a modern F1 car, you're out. Like that kind of wide miss. I don't necessarily think that the cars should be running Monaco as they are now. But with the cars getting smaller, like, it's a little better. We'll get a little better.
Race order. Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert, Jean Alesi.
You can take that.
Yes, the beauty of this race is that it's totally unpredictable.
What do they call that corner in real life? You can take it so much faster on the outside, but you just have to take the inside in game to get like the overtakes. Because it's just the space the AI doesn't use, basically, more or less. This one we'd win boost or no boost. I think all boost really does is gives you the means to like score points in races that you're otherwise well off the pace. But with the aero changes I made, I might have been able to get the Mclaren there anyway at Spain. I probably needed that 3 out of 5 downforce for Imola as
They're
well.
really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time. Race order.
That one would have probably got
Nigel
me
Mansell,
like the speed.
David Coulthard, Johnny Herbert,
Like the little bit of speed I was missing. This setup feels really good for Monaco. I just feel like I really get the responsiveness from this. It's just a little bit longer because the laps are longer. In a modern F1 car, you can do this in a little minute. It's more terrifying, but you can.
Remember, anything happens in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does. Race order. Nigel Mansell.
That
David
was very, very
Coulthard,
close to the
Johnny
end
Herbert,
vote.
Jean Alesi.
So if you ever see me play a modern F1 game and complain about Monaco, this is why.
Ouch! I'm sure there was contact there.
Because I just feel like I get more of a sensation of speed feeling from this compared to the AI. Whereas they just make the AI really good at this in the newer games.
I'm sure there was contact there. That's a Mclaren. I think there was contact with the barrier there. He never, ever gives up.
That might have just cost me the win.
It's Mansell. He's into the barriers.
That was bad.
Race order. It looks like some sort of mechanical problem. Second, David Coulthard. And
Shit
he's been
happens.
overtaken.
The tires were
That's
fine.
a slow one.
The AI just didn't let me through.
It's the penultimate lap. The gap is growing.
Second is going to be a second.
He must be shedding buckets of adrenaline in that car. And the gap is closing.
I could have tried to manage it, but I don't think I'd have been able to.
Oh dear.
It's just
oh
problematic to, like, drive.
Dear. Mansell. I think that was contact with the barrier there. He's closing the gap.
It's just problematic to get drive without the rear wing. You saw how I was struggling with it.
Race order. David Coulthard. Nigel Mansell. Johnny
It would be
Herbert.
really helpful if the AI knocked his tires out. The tires actually work to about minus 300 or 400.
Lap to go. And the gap is closing.
They calculate wear in a very, very weird way. Oh, he's right there.
They're really right on the edge, pushing it to the limit all the time. Look at that!
Okay. Yeah, I think he does. I think that AI runs the entire race without pitting, so his tires are cooked. Yeah, the wear percentage isn't on a 0 to 100 scale. Because you saw my pit stop in Imola, like they're like minus 260% or something like that when I stopped. The first time. And then the second time, I spun around and fixed the wing. Before I fixed the wing.
He takes the checkered flag.
That's crazy. We get to 3 ahead in the drivers. But I think we're behind in the constructors because we're just not getting any constructors points. Well,